This is the Tigers Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Detroit Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Oh, yes. How about it? What did I say? This team was made to win 3-1 games. That's back-to-back 3-1 wins over the San Francisco Giants. Welcome into a live Locked On Tigers Postcast. I am your host, Jake Riepma. You can follow me on Twitter at Jake_Riepma. And this is the Locked On Tigers Postcast, your post-game destination. Following the final out, we've got it all covered for you. Jack Flaherty is back. Say it with me. Jack is back. That's what we're talking about on today's episode. Will Vest is nails, and Riley Greene is Mr. Reliable. 2 more runs batted in for Mr. Riley Greene. I'll have my talking point, our turning point, and of course, our player of the game. Your comments always welcome on a live Locked On Tigers Postcast. Let's do it. Buckle up, dial it in, and here we go. I said yesterday, this Tigers team was made to win games like yesterday, games like today. How about it? Jack Flaherty in a big spot, needing something to bounce back or needing something for us to believe in. And I would say I believed it was there, but we saw the Jack Flaherty of old. 6 innings, scoreless. He struck out 8. Just the 1 walk and scattered only 2 hits over the course of his outing. He was really, really good. 12 first pitch strikes. And oh yeah, he was getting the swing and miss with 13 of them on the evening. So love what you saw from Jack Flaherty. And how about the offense in this one? Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back a little bit. And again, your comments are always welcome on a live Locked On Tigers Postcast. But that first inning was a little bit shaky. He threw a lot of pitches in that first inning. And fortunately, I think the wind knocked down the one that went all the way to the wall where Riley Greene made the catch in, I believe that was the first inning. I know it was early, but Yastrzemski single to right. He gets the strikeout. Yes, Flores flying out to left. That was the one where Riley Greene went all the way up against the wall, and then he hit Lee with the pitch. So you got 2 on and 2 out. He gets the strikeout of Chapman. Shout out to our guy, Jeff Rieger, his favorite player, Matt Chapman. I know he's a big fan and tunes in to every single episode. But Flaherty gets out of that first inning and gets some confidence going, because after that, not even a shaky first inning by any means, but boy, after that, he's mowing guys down, and he gets the double play in the second inning to limit the pitch count in the top half of the second. Working your way through the third, he gets a couple more strikeouts, and you're just seeing the Jack Flaherty of old that we've been clamoring and clinging and hoping that we would see sooner rather than later. And I know his last start, I said something to the effect of, hey, there's been quite a bit of a sample size here to start to have some legitimate concern. And I still feel that way. I know I put on the thumbnail that Jack is back, and I believe he's back. And that's what we're talking about based on his most recent start. But I want to continue to see more of it. That's for sure. And as always, we begin on the Locked On Tigers Postcast with what we're talking about. I already started talking about it because I was so excited, but let's get into it. The biggest takeaway.
This is what you'll be talking about.
I think with a start like today from Jack Flaherty, or tonight, I should say, the anticipation builds and builds and builds for the next start, because you're wondering, can he pile it up from what he did in this start to the next start? Can he compound it? Can he be consistent the way we know he's capable of doing? And a start here and there is great, but this is a guy you're counting on to be that second counter punch, that 1-2 punch with Tarek Skubal. And the Tigers rotation is very solid. It's very good, but you're hoping that Jack Flaherty can be that guy to step up and pitch to his level of capability like we saw here this evening. Other notes to point out, again, Riley Greene with 2 more runs batted in. Was this game like just so, oddly similar to yesterday? It's like deja vu. I mean, you get Riley Greene with 2 runs batted in. The Tigers did their damage early and often. I love when they jump on teams. Riley Greene with the double to center that scored Glaber, Torres, and Yastrzemski in that one let the ball get all the way to the wall. And they talked about this on the broadcast. The reason being that it was a bad angle taken to that ball was the exit velocity from Riley Greene, 114 miles per hour off the bat. That's incredible. That's really impressive. And you got a guy with speed on the bases like Torres, or enough speed, I should say, when a ball gets to all the way to the wall in that power alley in right center with all the real estate out there, more often than not, that runner's going to score. And that's exactly what you saw. Then jump ahead to the bottom of the second. Welcome back, Wenceel Perez. And I can't believe it took me this long to get to this point, because I was fired up when this ball left the yard, because off the bat, it kind of had that low line drive trajectory. And I thought, oh boy, is this going to get out? But it got out in a hurry, and to the point where you're watching that thinking right off the bat, did he? Oh, he did. That's our guy. First at bat back. Love to see it from Wenceel Perez. And I think AJ Hinch's comments on the infectious smile that he has is just all the more reason why having Wenceel Perez back in the lineup is a great thing, both for the impact his bat can make, but also, of course, for what he brings to the locker room and to the clubhouse, I should say, and the morale he's able to continue to boost and improve. So shout out to Wenceel Perez. That's another part that we're talking about, because anytime you hit a home run in your first at bat after a lengthy stint on the injured list, you feel really, really good about that. So you love to see it from the Detroit Tigers tonight. And I'm fired up because, again, this is the team that we expected and we hoped to have. The Detroit Tigers, ladies and gentlemen, taking the first two against a really good San Francisco Giants team. So let's hope that they can go for the sweep tomorrow afternoon. Let's get to your comments here on a live Locked On Tigers postcast right here on the Locked On Podcast Network. Demetrius McNeil says, statement made. Absolutely. YouTube users in the chat, another series win and solid starting pitching. We love it. We're getting spoiled, fellas, and boys and girls, I should say. I mean, my goodness, I think we're getting spoiled with the way this team is consistently playing at home, where a 3-game losing streak felt like the sky was falling. And so back in the win column with 2 straight, 3 overall, of course, but 2 straight against the Giants. Matt Wood, it all starts with his fastball, of course, referring to Jack Flaherty. And by the way, I didn't give enough credit to Will Vest there. You get the runner on second, nobody out, and able to close it out. Electric. Rodney Morgan, jumping Jack Flaherty. Great stuff there. Drum says Scooble needs an extension. Yes, that's a little bit more of the deep dive topic that I know Scott Bentley will handle on the Locked On Tigers. My 2 cents, worth less than that. Pay the man his money. Pay the man, Mr. Ilitch. I mean, Mr. Ilitch, Chris Ilitch. I mean, he hasn't quite earned the Mr. Ilitch title like his late father. May he rest in peace. We got to start spending big before we start calling him Mr. Ilitch there. But I'm not touching that because I know people get sensitive with that. All right. Braylon Dennis Wenceel is back like he never left. Heck yeah. And give already a vote for player of the game, Riley Greene. Great stuff. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick timeout. We've got more to do on the other side. Our player of the game, our turning point of the game, and we'll look ahead to the finale against the Giants tomorrow afternoon. That's all coming up next on a live Locked On Tigers postcast. This episode of the Locked On Tigers postcast is brought to you by our friends over at Supply House. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades. Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product information to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. And here's my favorite part. If you've tuned me out until right now, tune back in, because if you need help with an order? Well, Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service. You'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage, and now it's your turn. What the heck are you waiting for? Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM. That's supplyhouse.com/TM, and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5. That's SH5 for 5% off your first order. SH5. 5% off your first order at supplyhouse.com. Supplyhouse.com. Promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. Appreciate everybody tuning in on a live Locked On Tigers postcast after a victory over the San Francisco Giants, and want to give a shout out to everybody that joins for both the Locked On Tigers postcast and the Locked On Tigers daily show. Make sure you check that out as well, and like and subscribe. Go ahead and tell a friend about the Locked On Tigers postcast as well, because listen, I'm not here to boast. I'm not here to play favorites or anything like that. I just know if you tune on in, you're going to get a lively post-game show, and we're going to break it all down, and it's going to be a collaborative environment. I can't speak for anybody else. That's just what we offer here on the Locked On Tigers postcast. All right, John Campbell says, how about Chase Lee too? I call him the reliable rook. I've been pretty impressed with him as well. There's no doubt about it. I felt like the very first time he took the mound for the Detroit Tigers, he displayed that aura and just the persona of a big league pitcher, and the body language, it's all there. So he goes 2 innings, did not give up a run, and has been an asset to that bullpen. So absolutely, I'm right there with you, John Campbell. All right, let's go ahead and get into our turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Couple of different turning points, quote unquote, but I think with the way Jack Flaherty was throwing, when the Tigers go up early, you feel really good. I mean, not quite to the level you feel when Scooble's got a lead, but when he's dealing that way and the Tigers scratch across the runs early on, you start to get the sense that, hey, this is a team that can ride this lead, use the bullpen, and grind out a victory. And again, it's the second time in as many nights where the Tigers grind out a 3-1 win. It's not always pretty. You don't always have to draw a picture on the scorecard, but at the end of the day, it's a win for your Detroit Tigers. All right, let's go ahead and get into our player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
There are so many good options for this one, and I want to go Riley Greene because it's another night with 2 runs batted in, and maybe it's the easy way out. We take a player of the game and a pitcher of the game and go ahead and give it to Jack Flaherty and Riley Greene, because I think there's got to be some balance, some yin and some yang, if you will. You need a pitcher, you need a player sometimes for the 1-2 combo there. So you got Jack Flaherty on the mound with his impressive day, and Riley Greene, his impressive day at the plate. Go ahead for Flaherty, 6 innings, 2 hits, did not allow a run. He struck out 8 and only walked 1. Riley Greene, another 3-hit day, and go ahead and give him 2 runs batted in as well. So 2 runs batted in for Riley Greene and 3 hits on the day. That's the second straight day the Tigers have won 3-1. And the second straight day, Riley Greene accounted for 2 of the 3 runs batted in. So there you have it. It's always a pleasure when the Detroit Tigers win. A couple more comments we can get to here on a live Locked On Tigers postcast. Braylon Dennis reminds us we currently have the best record in baseball. Phillies are nipping at our heels, though. Yeah, best record in the American League, that's for sure. And you know what? When you keep stockpiling those wins, they all count for 1 win, whether it's against a really good team in the San Francisco Giants in the National League West, or if it's in a divisional opponent, like you got the Royals coming up after this. So let's go ahead and Take a look at tomorrow's pitching matchup, a little day game action, which you love to see. Who doesn't love a good day game? So for the Tigers, they've got Jackson Jobe going on the bump. And for the San Francisco Giants in the finale, they've got Landon Rope. So there you have it. Jackson Jobe 4-1 on the season, 4.06 ERA. First pitch 110. So we'll be on the air immediately following that and looking forward to it as always. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Tigers beat the Giants 3-1. And the Tigers now with the best record in baseball. And how about the record at Comerica Park? 20-8 at home. They're 36-20 on the season, 16 games above the 500 mark, in first place in the Central. And again, the best record in all of baseball. Feels pretty good. Have a good night's sleep on that one, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Locked On Tigers channel on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast, free and available, and on YouTube as well. Good night.